Camera A is rolling. Camera B is rolling. Sound is speed. Can I get 2 claps?
I am David Vox Mullen, and I am a comedian.
Are you ready for your headliner tonight? The reason that you all are here, national touring comedian, world famous impressionist, and from what I hear, a great lover. Put your hands together for the one, the only David Vox Mullen!
I got into comedy because I've always been an entertainer. I spent many years doing music with my band, The Slipstream, and we had a great time. I had wonderful experiences with that, but it ended. It came to an end. Went into a slight funk of not being able to perform anywhere. And a really good friend of mine convinced me to take an improv class.
What's up? Yeah, we're doing it. Wow. We're filming a comedy special, folks. The production company asked me, where do you want to do it? I said, well, I grew up, born and raised in Chicagoland. How about, like the Rosemont Horizon? And they said, would you settle for a ski resort in Lisle?
Comedy wasn't even something I was even remotely considering ever being, let alone being a comedian. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be a musician. I, took guitar lessons, piano lessons, drum lessons. I mean, I played every instrument I could. I didn't care how I was going to get my foot in the door. I just wanted to be a rock star.
I don't actually live in Chicago. That's good. Like most people who say they're from Chicago, right? But yeah, I actually live not too far away. I drove past Aurora to get here. So for everybody who's from Aurora, bienvenido a la noche de la comedia. I just make that joke to see where the racists in the audience are, and you've all come. Good.
And in November of 1998, I met a guy who ended up becoming one of my best friends, DJ, who was a drummer, and he was looking to put a band together, and we decided to start a band, and that was The Slipstream.
How was the drive from Naperville? I'm kidding. Naperville is not a racist city. It's not. Just don't go to the Buffalo Wild Wings on 75th Street. Some people have been there. It's not. Naperville is not a racist city. Just don't go to the mobile gas station on Bailey in Washington. Okay, if I'm being honest, Naperville's pretty racist, actually. Somebody's clapping for racist Naperville. Okay. Now, somebody asked me where I live. Yeah, I live in Naperville.
And we performed in from the dive bars to huge theaters we played in festivals where people literally didn't like us and wanted to kill us. We performed at a racetrack, played in biker bars where we had to, literally get out of there before, like the Blues Brothers. Like it was crazy. But that did come to an end. And yeah, I went into a bit of a depression. You spend your whole life thinking you're going to be something, and you work really hard to, get on the radio, get on TV and whatnot. And then when that all just disappears, you think, well, that was it. That was my one shot.
Happy Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Did we have a good Thanksgiving, everybody? Yeah. It was a hell of a year for Thanksgiving, isn't it? Yeah, we all did the thing we all regretted, right? Did we talk about politics at Thanksgiving? Who talked about politics? Yeah, there they are. Yeah. I'm sure this side of the room definitely talked about politics. That is a deep inside joke for half the people who have no idea. I like to do a lot of intimate comedy. In fact, I'm going to tell a joke right now that only one person in this room is going to get. Just before I came up on stage, I went to the bathroom to take a leak, and There was another gentleman who's in this audience who was in the bathroom with me, and one of us didn't wash our hands. That joke is just for he and I because we both know who it was and we both know who it wasn't.
The loss of the band affected me in ways that I didn't realize at the time. To go from having shows multiple times a week to, sitting on the couch, eating chips, watching pro wrestling. I didn't realize that, that depression and food connection was what it was. Looking back now, it makes perfect sense. People who have eating disorders or addiction to food like I do, you don't always realize that you have the problem.
But I love the politics. I love the politics. It's so much fun. We love the politics, don't we? Oh, here we go. I know what you're here for. Hello, folks. How are you? So great to see you. Excuse me. I know you've wanted to see me again. I'm back. You thought you lost me. You didn't lose me, folks. You can't get rid of me so easy. So many charges, not enough to keep me from being president. That's right, folks. And you know what they're saying? They're saying this is probably the best impression of Trump you've ever heard. Alec Baldwin is not so good. Couldn't even get one conviction. Can you believe that stuff? Dude literally did the thing Trump said he could do and get away with. He did it. He shot somebody, and they let him off. Still couldn't be in Beetlejuice, but whatever, that's fine.
I was always a funny guy, right? At least that's what I thought. Naturally, I was funny. I grew up in a very loud, obnoxious, and sarcastic family, and we were always kind of competing for the spotlight at home. I knew what funny was, but I didn't understand why funny was, if that makes sense.
I made a lot of money when Trump was president doing that impression. I did. When he did not get reelected, I was like, no! All my comedian friends called me up. They're like, what are you going to do now, smart ass? Joe Biden impressions? Joe Biden's fine. He's just lost. Hey, listen, folks, come on. I remember growing up in Scranton. Me and Corn Pop, we used to go to the park and do something mildly racist. My memory's fine. It's the best thing for America. I did what you did. I voted Trump.
Getting into improv really kind of taught me the fundamentals of what makes funny funny. I know where the funny is supposed to be, but I didn't understand what created the funny or what makes funny funny. To be able to find that, it unlocked a mystery for me, that all of a sudden all the puzzle pieces came into position, and all of a sudden I could see everything clearly. And then it was like, oh, okay, so I know how to get to the funny, and I know how to be on stage, and now if I can find a way to put them together.
Obama was fun to do impressions of. Obama was like America's dad, except when you got in trouble, right? He'd come home and he'd be like, all right, I told you to clean your room. Well, you didn't do it. Now you can't play with your iPod. iPods were out when Obama was president. That's how that joke works. Okay, that's fine. Of course, before Obama. How you doing? That's right at me, folks. It's W. Bringing back all the hits. Like, Is Our Children Learning? And my personal favorite, Nuclear.
So I was doing improv predominantly for a long time. One day, somebody said to me, hey, you should, get up at the open mic and do some stand-up. And I said, well, I don't have anything written. And they kind of looked at me like cross-eyed, like, you do improv. You don't have to have anything written. Now, as a professional comedian, that's not always the case, and I respect that. But in that moment, it worked perfectly.
Where's my Gen X people? Do we have any Gen Xers in the audience? Let me hear you. Yes. Remember who we had before W? How you doing? Sweetheart, what's your name?
Why is your hand wet?
Because one of us washed our hands a few minutes ago. And one of us didn't. But don't fuck up the bit. What's your name?
Kristen.
Kristen, you look like you're paying high taxes. I've got just the thing. My dick. And Kristen, let me tell you, this dick can do so much for freedom. Slobodom malosa bitch. Slobber on my nuts a bit, will you? Don't get mad at me, fucking people. You voted for all these assholes. This is not my fault.
You know, fast forward a handful of years, and you know, now I think I actually prefer stand-up over improv. Not that I don't love improvising. I do it all the time, but stand-up definitely has been something that I really appreciate the most. Pays better too.
But yes, as they said, I'm a nationally touring comedian. I've traveled all over this great United States of ours doing comedy in wonderful cities. Yes. So much fun to get to do this. I used to be in a rock band for about 10 years. Did anybody in the audience actually see me perform music back in the day? Yeah, that's it. Slipstream was the name of the band. Yeah. Now I do comedy, so apparently everything wasn't clicking, if you know what I'm saying. But no, it's great. I get to perform all over the U.S., and I get to see interesting places and explore different cities' cultures and stuff. And I was just in Los Angeles a couple months back, and they took me on the tour. I'm a big superhero nerd. I love Batman, Superman, so they took me to the Warner Brothers lot. I got to see where they film, you know, all the superhero stuff. You don't have to cheer for Warner Brothers. They're not paying for any of this. This is fine. But, you know, it was cool for a hot minute, but then all of a sudden I was like, I'm not super impressed. I mean, I am from Chicago, right? We shoot Chicago Fire, right? We shoot Chicago PD, right? And when it warms up, we'll shoot each other again. That's...
When you're doing stand-up, you're naked up there. You have no one to look at for help. You have no one to rescue you. It's a very scary feeling. And there are absolutely times the jokes have fallen on the floor, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It's a horrible feeling. Like they don't think it's funny. And then you start questioning yourself, and you get into your head, and well, is it funny? Am I even funny? Should I even be doing this? I've had those long drives back home going like, I should quit comedy. I don't want to do this anymore, you know? And I think any comedian worth their weight in salt has had that drive.
I just got a new tattoo, ladies and gentlemen. You like that? That is a lightsaber, for those of you who are unaware, which matches my Lord of the Rings tattoo over here. Yeah? And I got them for very sentimental reasons. They mean that I don't ever want to have sex again. So that's... My wife's in the back going, yep. That's how that goes. It's funny, before the show tonight, my wife and I, if you follow us on social media, we went and got pedicures this morning because that's the kind of man I am. It's not a joke, it's just a thing. My feet were terrible, I had to get worked on. But it reminded me of when my wife and I first got married. We went on our honeymoon, we went to Aruba. Anybody been to Aruba? It's lovely. They're not paying for this either, that's fine. But she said, right when we got married, she's like, honey, I got a great idea. Let's get a couples massage. And I thought, okay, I've never done a massage before ever. I mean, I've seen it on TV, but I don't, like, whatever. I watch weird stuff on TV. And I was like, so how does it work? And they were like, well, you get naked. I was like, hold on a minute. Not like, at the mall, they put you in a little chair. They said, no, you got to take your clothes off. I was like, why? Well, because that's how you get a massage. I said, okay. So I go in and I take off my clothes and put the towel on, and I go in, and my wife is in the room with me, thank God. And so we're both on two different massage beds across from each other. And the lady comes in, and she starts doing the massage. I'm like, okay, this is cool, I mean, she's working my neck, my back, my legs. I'm like, this is pretty cool. And then she says the thing that no newlywed wants to hear in front of his wife. Okay, flip over.
There is a level of confidence that you have to convey. And sometimes, even if you're not funny, if you can be confidently not funny, you're still going to get away with it. And I think that's kind of the secret. Because the audience, I feel like the audience wants to like you. They just don't know if you like them. And the moment you show them a weakness or a crack, they'll eat you alive.
What? Flip over. I was like, well, I'm naked. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I know, but if I flip over, you're going to see. She's like, oh, it's okay. I'll lift the towel. I'm like, that's not going to do it. Then my lovely, understanding wife says, quit being a pussy and roll over. We got married in a church. My youth pastor officiated the wedding. She called me a pussy. She was right. Anyway, so I flipped over. Now I'm in a room with my wife and a very young, attractive woman thinking about baseball. The whole time. It was not enjoyable. She loved it. I was terrified. So afterwards, I explained this to my wife, and she says, you do know you could have just asked her to just do your back. So last Christmas, guess what I got my wife? Coupons for Massage Envy. Guess what she gave me today? Those same coupons for Massage Envy. She's like, I'm not using these. You can have them.
I still get nervous just before I go out on stage, but once I'm like 1 or 2 jokes in and I've gotten those laughs, I am immediately comfortable. I feel like I'm home on that stage, and it's kind of like, I don't think I'm a narcissist, but I definitely enjoy the, everyone's paying attention to me aspect.
It's nice to be able to do comedy because during the pandemic, a lot of people who do what I do, theater, it's difficult. You couldn't do anything. So I was stuck trying to find ways to be creative, and we did the TikToks and the Instagrams and the Snapchats and hell. Do we have any other performers in the audience tonight who were stuck at home during the pandemic? Any other performers who couldn't perform? Just 2, 3 fucking people? I know there's some pro wrestlers out here in the audience too. You guys couldn't work either. I know. It's hard. It's hard. But we all did the same thing. We all binged watched television, right? What did we binge watch during the pandemic? Tiger King, yes. That was in the beginning. Everybody always yells Tiger King. They do. They did. Tiger King was at the beginning of the pandemic when we all still had hope. They were like, 2 weeks to stop the spread? Sure, I can watch this guy's life fall apart. This guy's life is a mess. Mine is fine. Then a year later, it's like, what else? Is there any more Tiger King? What else can we watch? What? Squid Game. Oh, man, Squid Game was crazy. Never could look at a PlayStation controller again. What else did we watch? 80s movies? You were late.
For me, absurdity is my favorite style of comedy. Saying the wrong thing on purpose, or doing the wrong thing, the absurd thing, saying the absurd thing, doing the absurd thing. When everybody's expecting a certain level of behavior from normal society, to take that hard turn left or hard turn right when no one is expecting it, to me, that's comedy.
What was your favorite 80s movie? All of them? Back to the Future? Great Scott! That reminds me. Michael J. Fox. We love Michael J. Fox. He's got Parkinson's. And hooray for Parkinson's! It's starting out a little shaky, but we're going to make it through. It's fine. Oh, shut up! Don't you boo.
Honestly, I just feel like there's comedy everywhere, and it's just kind of my absurd look at the world where I live in situations and I think about what would be funny here or what would be an absurdity here.
You guys like my shoes? They're just fucking Reeboks. They're fine. No, they are my stepfather's shoes. My stepfather is actually in the hospital right now, so in honor of him, I'm wearing his shoes just to give him a little love. So you all can give him a little love too.
My stepdad, Ramon, came into my life when I was much older. I was, like 16 years old. And at that point, my mom had just, had her second marriage fall apart. I was not really going to give this guy much room, if you know what I mean. I didn't give him much leadway into my life. I was kind of like, look, I don't need a dad. I obviously have gotten this far without good role models. I don't need new ones,
I say my stepfather because I do have a biological father who I had not known for most of my life, and then actually reconnected with my biological father who has schizoaffective disorder, which is like schizophrenia. And he's legitimately crazy. But don't blame my mom. She was young and she had he was a different person in the 70s. To be fair, he's a different person 5 minutes ago, but that's...
I think what Ramon did for me was give me freedom to be able to move out and start my life. Because before him, I was worried about taking care of my mom and making sure she had someone. And Ramon stepping into the picture made it okay for me to fly, and I will forever be thankful for him for that.
But he's a good man, and he means well. If he's on his meds.
I think about Ramon when I, try to be a good husband to my wife. The example that he set was definitely the example that I follow.
What else did I do during the pandemic? Oh, I did the ancestry DNA. Did anybody here do the ancestry DNA during the pandemic? How many people didn't do it because they were like, that's a government conspiracy that wants your DNA collection for nefarious purposes? I don't know why I do that accent for that guy, but it seems appropriate. I don't... Actually, to be fair, the southern accent for that conspiracy stuff doesn't work anymore. Now I think it's like the Yooper accent or the northern, like, oh yeah, you know what they were saying, those vaccines, not real sure about those. Sound like Jordan Peterson all of a sudden. And you don't mind that. You start crying. Apparently nobody knows who Jordan Peterson is. That's fine.
I think comedy is always lurking in my mind. Always. Even when real is real, it's still there in the back of my head. I don't always use it. Don't get me wrong. I know how to read the room. Sometimes I just keep my mouth shut. Some might view it as a crutch. Others might view it as a superpower. It's just something that is always there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm in the real ever. I don't know if I've ever had to deal with the real in a situation where I couldn't find the funny.
But I did the ancestry DNA, and I learned a lot about myself that I didn't know. I found out I'm like 70-something% Irish, which is no surprise to my fellow mix. And I had 3 of these before I came up, so what. Whew. I also found out I was 2% Jewish, which for a stand-up comic makes me 2% funnier right off the bat. Yeah. Also found out I was a little bit Lebanese too, so Thanksgiving was fucking weird. They're fighting right now. Anyway.
I'm messed up. I mean, there's always something in there, that's playing around, no matter what the situation, Sorry if that doesn't give you what you want.
Also, interestingly enough, I found out something that I was not aware of, but I found out I was 18% black. Yes, I am. Only the people in the back can clap at that, but that's fine. I said what I said. All you fuckers groaned. You're all racist. No, it's true. I did the DNA lookup and I found the censuses, and I found out that my great-great-grandfather was actually a slave. I didn't fucking know him, but my wife appreciates him. You know why. Because I have an excellent singing voice. I don't know what the fuck you guys were thinking. Of course I'm black. You think a white guy could wear this purple jacket and get away with it? That's right. I got my shit down. But I'm a Gen Xer, man. I love it. I love it. I also found out in the pandemic at the end in 2020, this is where I'm going to bring it down, because that's what we love from our comedies when we make it dark. But I found out at the end of 2020 that I was diagnosed with diabetes. Type 2 diabetes. No, don't woo diabetes. My fucking doctor's here.
Right at the beginning of 2020, we were still performing before the lockdowns. We'd be on stage and someone in the audience would cough and we'd, oh, you got corona, making light of it. No, just a few weeks to stop the spread, right? So we were all on board for that. It got to the point where we realized it was months and we weren't performing. And so that gets, for someone who had been spending years performing in live venues, I felt like, man, I've lost it again. And then I went in for a physical, and seemingly out of nowhere, I was diagnosed with diabetes.
Does anybody know what type 2 diabetes is? Type 2 means it's my fucking fault. That's because I love sugar. Carbohydrates, it's so good. Makes you fat. It sucks. It's a government conspiracy. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a government conspiracy. Because meth and crack, that makes you skinny. You can't have that. But you can have Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms and all those Snickers and Kit Kats and... So for those of you who don't know, we have to explain the joke to these people over here, that's fine. But for those of you who don't know, if you Google my name, David Vox Mullen, you'll see that I was once 400 pounds, just about. 398 if I'm being technical. So yeah, I fucking lost 200 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
I absolutely was the cause of my diabetes. I mean, I ate like a total jerk, and I to this day, I still suffer from addiction to food, but it was unchecked back then. And when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I realized I'm not going to be able to beat this. I know my addiction. I know my inability to behave with food. I'm going to lose this battle. And that's really what I thought. I thought I'm going to lose this battle, and I'm either going to lose toes or limbs or go blind, or just die from either too high or too low.
It's not easy. Took a lot of effort because I'm addicted to sugar. I'm addicted to it. Does anybody have addiction in their family? They know what it is. Drugs, alcohol, sex, sugar. It's an addiction. And I'll be honest, sometimes I do things I'm not proud of when I slip. Even tonight, I gave Buck the bartender a blowjob for a rum and regular Coke. I mean, but he was very polite. He was very polite.
It was the wake-up call that I needed. And it was finally the last time that I started to make a health change. And I've stuck with it for 5 years now. And I think I've, clearly gotten around the corner on that one.
I learned a lot about diabetes, though. I did. In fact, I was just telling a guy last night about what I learned about diabetes. Alcohol, not my friend anymore. Some people know that better than others, but especially this section that's laughing loud. But yeah, so if I have beer, my blood sugar goes up. If I have white wine, my blood sugar goes up. I don't know why I'm making that noise, but we're going with it. If I have red wine, stays level, right? If I have whiskey or bourbon or scotch, it goes down. Yeah, and I was telling a guy this last night. And you know what the interesting thing about low blood sugar? Does anybody know what happens when you have low blood sugar? It mirrors intoxication. And the guy I told last night was like, yeah, you're right. Or no, he said you have the right to remain silent. That's what it was. That's what it was. In fact, I wrote a song about having diabetes. You guys want me to play a song for you? I'll do that. Yeah. Lower the blood pressure. All right, so this is a song that I wrote about having diabetes, and it's never been performed live before, and you're in for a treat. Here we go. Life on the road is hard, but I only eat late at night. When nothing else is open, I pray I'll see the light. Those golden arches call to me like a siren song from hell. I guess tonight it's Mickey D's, or maybe it's Taco Bell. When I got type 2 comedy, please laugh so I don't cry. If I eat a Kit Kat, I could die. My sugar may be up, but I'm down for some cookie dough. With type 2 comedy, you say I'm a sweet guy. If I eat some snow caps, I'll go blind. Oh, I may be cracking jokes, but my insulin's out of control. I got type 2 comedy. Sneaking through the kitchen in the middle of the night, looking for a cupcake, I'm ready for a bite. My glucose meter's blinking, it's flashing red. Sugar, you make me dizzy, I should go back to bed. I tell the crowd my stories, they think that I'm just joking. You see me up here sweating, cause my pancreas is broken. Maybe it was that Mickey D's, or maybe it was that Taco Bell with type 2 comedy. Please laugh so I don't cry. These extreme airheads could kill this guy. Oh, my sugar may be up, but I could sure go for a cinnamon roll. With type 2 comedy, you say I'm a sweet guy. If I eat one Skittle, I'll go blind. I may be cracking jokes, but I just want to keep on my toes. With type 2 comedy, so I'll keep telling jokes, and I'll keep popping pills, traveling around this country, getting all my thrills. If you catch me snacking, make sure it's sugar-free, cause if I'm being honest, I've got a 10.81C. That's fucking high. With type 2 comedy, no one else to blame but me. I'm still trying to live healthy. I don't know if I'll get any better. Just don't tell Robert F. Kennedy. Yeah. Now, if I wrote songs like that in Slipstream, we'd be famous, right? But yeah, I love it. I love this. Just like, man, this is so much fun doing this. This is so much fun getting to do this. This is. My birthday is in less than a month. I'm going to be 47 years old. You don't have to clap for me. I'm not 50 like fucking Ronnie. That's fine. But I'm a Gen Xer. We had some Gen Xers in the. Let me hear my Gen Xers again. Come on, I need you. Yes! The last badass generation. Yeah, because everyone under us, you're fucking pussies. You really are. You are. I'm sorry. Look, we also tell the truth. It's just, we were feral. Oh, we were feral. My mom worked all day after school. I had my keys. I was a latchkey kid. Walk home a mile from my school, let myself in, watch stuff I shouldn't have been watching because mom wasn't home. Learned a lot. But Gen Xers, we learned it all from television. Yes, we did. We learned about everything. We learned death. We watched Never-Ending Story. That horse died and we all went through it. Yeah. Optimus Prime died. We went through it. Yeah, we get through it though, because Gen X is tough. I love being Gen X. The only weird thing is I'm at the point in Gen X where now I'm old enough to go to high school reunions, and a high school reunion filled with Gen Xers is just a group of people who can't find their car keys. It's so... But we remember playing Pong, so that's good. You know, the one thing about Gen X is, I'm gonna pick on my wife a little bit here, but I'm Gen X, and my wife is also Gen X, but she's a few years older than me. Normally, I tell you how old she is compared to me when she's not at the show, but she's here, so I won't do that. But my wife is Gen Xer, but she has some boomer tendencies, because she was at the beginning of Gen X. I'm at the tail end of the other side, if you know what I'm saying. I'll give you an example. We both have the latest iPhone, right? But she doesn't know how to use it. Just the other night, we were in bed together, looking at our phones, not having sex. That's what we just look at our phones because, you know, Gen X. But she was getting upset because her phone was filled. We both have 128 gigabytes of storage on our cell phones. Guess how much I'm using? 4. Guess how much my wife is using? 126 gigabytes of data. I said, what the hell is on your phone? So I take her phone and I look at it, and she has got 30,000 pictures on her phone. Don't clap for that. But here's where it gets weird. Is it pictures of her sexy husband? Nope. Of our wonderful children? Nope. Our cute little dogs? Nope. They are screenshots. What are they of? Recipes. Thousands and thousands of recipes that I've never fucking tried. So now, I send her screenshots of in-home DIY projects I'm never gonna fucking do. You like that new bathroom, honey? Yep, bet you do. Want a new kitchen? Yep, bet you do. Maybe you can make one of those marshmallow toasted things that look so fucking good. See, now she's got an excuse. Well, you've got diabetes. I can't make that.
There are times when I don't want to be on. You know, there's times when I come home and I just want to be alone, and I don't want to talk, and I don't want to make jokes. I just want to watch what I want to watch, or, you know, read a book or play a video game, or just kind of escape from it all. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that, you know, I love being on. I do. I love being on. But I think I have a happy balance between being on and turning it off. I think the off, though, sometimes is difficult for others around me, which is why I like doing it alone, right? Because if I'm with my wife, or if I'm with my friends or whatever, sometimes I could get real quiet. And people have said, like, hey, are you okay? And I'm fine. I'm just in chill out mode. I don't want to be on in that moment.
I used to go for my physical every December by my birthday. Bad time to go get a physical, really, at your birthday. Because you want good news on your birthday. Nope. Ever since I turned 40, every year it's just been bad news, bad news. The last time I went for a physical, he said, "Guess what, Dave? You've hit the age." Why are the women laughing? Because you're all like, good. You'll notice the men ain't laughing. Doctor says, "You've hit the age." I said, "The age for what, Doc?" He goes, "Bend over!" It's like, been putting this off for a while. So he lathered up. I've assumed the position. And then I heard the thing no man wants to hear his doctor say during a prostate exam. Uh-oh. No, what? Uh-oh. He says, "I felt something." Yeah, my fucking throat. He said, "No, there's something I need you to get checked out." I'm like, "You just did!" It's like, "No, I need you to go to a specialist." "Oh, so you're not the authority?" So I had to go to whatever they call the guy who does that every day. So the next week I went to that doctor and, "All right, Dave, you know the drill." "Okay, doc. Get back down there." Actually, it would have been easier if I had one of these. And the doctor goes, "Oh, no, I know what he's thinking. You're fine." It's a lot of sensitivity, really. I mean, I have no cancer. I'm good. But I realized in the span of 1 week, I had 2 different men inside me, and I didn't like it.
I don't like it when people are sad. And that might be it. I don't like people to be sad. If you're sad around me, I immediately kick into, how can I change that for you? And I'm learning that sometimes people just want to be sad, and I have to let them be sad, and that's hard. But hopefully, if you're coming to a comedy show, you don't want to be sad, or you want to be taken out of your sad. That I can work with. That I can definitely work with. But yeah, I don't like to be sad. Maybe that's, if we're getting real deep, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm afraid of being sad, and I don't want to be sad, because I know what sad feels like, and it's sad.
I'm not gay. I told that to my friend Emily, and she said, "Oh, Vox, that doesn't mean you're not gay. It just means you're not a bottom." She has a point, because while I may not be gay, I am gay adjacent. I see some of you trying to work that shit out. I'll explain. Gay adjacent means I'm not gay, but I know every fucking word to West Side Story. I'm not gay, but admittedly, my favorite color is rainbow. I'm not gay, but my favorite sport is pro wrestling. Yeah. I'm not gay, but I do know that when the fall leaves change colors, it's candle season, bitch. I'm not gay, I'm just gay adjacent. I love pro wrestling. I do. Do we have any pro wrestling fans in the audience tonight? Yeah. Good. Some shows nobody wants to clap. I'm like, fuck you. You know what wrestling is. It's a huge American export. It gets more views. WrestleMania gets more ratings than the Super Bowl. It is the biggest thing in the world. We love wrestling. And what is there not to love about wrestling? It's everything. It's theatrics, it's comedy, it's drama, it's pyrotechnics, right? It's music. Oh, I love the music. Who's your favorite wrestler? Stone Cold, John Cena, right? Time to play the game, right? And what's so cool about pro wrestling is that when their music hits, you know shit's about to go down, right? Right? Undertaker. Boom. Lights fucking go black. Boom. Purple lights come up. Black people love that shit. Boom. Right? And he just fucking comes out, and that motherfucker takes his time. He just walks out, and he's like, yeah, I'm Undertaker, motherfucker. You all know why you're here. Because when Undertaker comes out, you're going to get fucked up. I love it. You said Stone Cold, right? Dun, 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 dun. Right? When that glass breaks. What, you son of a bitch? Gonna stomp a hole in your carcass. Right? We love it. Ugh. So good. Why can't we have that in real life? Do you know how helpful it would have been to me when I was dating? I'm married now, but when I was younger, do you know how helpful it would have been to have pro wrestling music in real life? I could have been at the bar with my friends out too late doing shit I wasn't supposed to, and then all of a sudden it just kicks in. She's my cherry pie. Like, oh shit, my ex is here. Where is he? Let me at him. Okay, I had a Twinkie before the show. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. But being a pro wrestling fan growing up, I've had one of the greatest honors. Over the last 2 years, I've actually been able to go on a comedy tour with one of my heroes, Al Snow. Does anybody know who Al Snow is? Al is a wonderful man, extremely funny, and I'll tell you what, it was a dream come true for me, because if you had told me in the 90s, watching the Attitude Era, in the early 2000s, I remember watching a guy who was so charismatic, so entertaining, so funny. And that man was The Rock, but Al was also on that show. And if you had told me I'd go on a 2-year tour with that guy, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. That's good.
We're here in a candy shop because comedy, irony, but also success. The old me wouldn't be able to control myself in here. But right now I'm okay. I don't think I need all of this to make me happy or not be sad. I feel like I've beaten what I thought might beat me.
I love Al. We love Al. What the fuck is your deal? Miss Wisconsin? Miss Illinois? Give them a big round of applause. My God. Did you get elected for that, or did you get appointed like Democrats? What's the story here? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You guys, what was the pageant? What was the huh? The United, well, that's a good place to do it. The United States of America?
The United States of America's Miss Illinois pageant.
Yes, yeah, you lost that one. I know, you were in Wisconsin. You're so pretty. No, please don't. No, you must stay off the stage. I am not Chris Rock. Okay, so.
I have really good friends. I surround myself with people who push me. And it was my friends who convinced me to take steps for my health. It was my friends who convinced me to get into comedy. And Danny, it was you who convinced me that I had to do this comedy special. I was afraid. I was absolutely afraid. And I told you I was afraid. But you said, nope, this is the year. You're going to do it this year. And I did it in November. It's almost as long as like the Christmas decorations are on stage because I pushed it to the very last possible moment.
Who else can I mess with? There's a whole big group of people over here. How you guys doing? That sounds mildly enthusiastic. That's good. You guys having a good time? They're cheering for you. Let them speak for themselves. What's your name, man? Joey. Of course it is. Joey, what do you do? You're a teacher? I didn't ask what subject, but that's fine. I'm sure it all adds up. How long have you been a math teacher, Joey? It's your first year. Okay, that makes more sense. Where do you teach? Can you say? Where do you teach? In Crest Hill. Okay, cool. I have nothing for that. That's good. And you, what do you do? You do sales training. Do people need help with sales? They need help selling. I'll tell you what, here's what you do. Give them lots of money. Give them so much money. And they'll just do whatever you tell them to do. How long have you been doing sales training? Okay. You're going to keep doing it? So you're going to have to work on your clothes, okay? Because it's not very strong. I'm just kidding. Hi, what's your name?
Caramel?
Caramel? Is it caramel or caramel?
No, it's caramel. Caramel.
What? Caramel? What do you do for a living?
I'm a recruiter.
You're a recruiter for what?
I work for a Gap.
Don't clap until you know what it is. It could be something. She could be recruiting for Diddy, for fuck's sake. What do you recruit for?
Insurance.
See, same thing. If it's insurance, you're getting fucked. That's really what that is. What kind of insurance?
Oh, you name it. I recruit first. Any type.
Any type. Okay, good. Car insurance? Home insurance? Life insurance? Comedy insurance? Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. I'm out here without a fucking net, Carmel.
I learned early on in my career, way back in my youth, that failure does not mean stop. It does not mean stop. If something doesn't work, fine. Do something different. If somebody takes something from me, fine. I'll make up something new. If an idea that I had just falls flat and nobody likes it, fine. I'll make up something new.
You two look cute. What's your name? Kevin? Okay. What's your name? Megan. Aw, Kevin and Megan. You guys seem like a Naperville couple. Are you from Naperville? You guys together or just putting your hands on her in a weird spot for no reason? Just married. Just married. When did you guys get married? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? All right. All right. How did you guys meet? You met in a bar? I met my wife in a bar, like an American. Who made the first move? You did. Of course you did. Kevin, from Naperville. What did you say to Meg? Of course you were. Oh, so you rigged the game. So you're a Democrat. Got it. I mean, you're laughing for a reason. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because I can't say anything else or I'll go to jail. But so you rigged the beer pong competition so you could be close to Meg. And what did you say to Meg? Like what? I'm gonna let Meg answer. What did he say that got you excited to talk to Kevin?
Family Guy voice, and he said, "Hey, Meg."
So let me get this straight, Kevin. You could have done a plethora of impressions, but you did Peter from the Family Guy. But you said his fucking daughter's name. Meg. Hey, Meg there, you want to play beer pong, huh? You know, Kevin, I really want to give you shit, but if you ask my wife what I said to her when I met her, I did like 8,000 impressions too, man. I did. I used to call her voicemail as Ozzy Osbourne, because Ozzy was really popular back 20 years ago. And I used to call her, be like, hello, this is Ozzy, and I forgot what I wanted, but I wanted to call and leave a message, and why aren't you calling me back? I still don't know why she won't call me back. I married somebody else. No, I'm just kidding. I broke her down, bro. I did. So how long have you known each other? 10 years. And you got married 2 weeks ago. What fucking took so long? No, I'm kidding. That's too much pressure. When you, do you guys have kids or no? No, not yet. He's like, we were together for 10 years. We just got married, but we're getting ready to have kids. I don't want to be inappropriate, but I have a microphone, so fuck off. Do you guys want to have kids? You do? Okay. Do you need help or? Not for me. I just, maybe a little for me. Meg, you can go out with your friends. I'll hang out with Kevin. Adjacent. We can watch wrestling. Anyway, there's some dudes here I've invited over to watch wrestling. That's all I'm going to say. We get oiled up. Another Diddy reference. Third Diddy reference for the night. That's good. What do you do for a living, Kevin? I'm a lawyer. Oh, you're a lawyer. Nice to meet you. Okay, moving on. No, I'm just kidding. What kind of law do you practice? Trial law. You litigation. Yeah, you fuck them up. I love it. Ugh, America. Civil rights. Fuck yeah. And Meg, what do you do? I don't know why I'm standing like this. This isn't appropriate too. I'm sorry. What do you do, Meg? You're a mental health therapist. So this is going to work out perfect. Really. Because, let's be honest, most lawyers, fucking narcissists. I know. It's fine. This one clapped way too hard for that. It's fine. Don't take it personally, Kevin. She doesn't even know you, bro. She doesn't even know you. Do you guys live in Naperville now or no? You do? Okay, all right. What is the craziest case you've ever seen? Defrauding someone out of how'd they do it? Transportation. Oh, so it's like transportation. Defraud, if you know what I'm saying. It's a garbage company. We throw a little bit of, yeah. That's incredibly racist, but I'm also a little bit Italian, so I can do it. It's fine. What's... And I was going to say, what's the craziest thing you've seen? But with mental health, I don't want to touch it. Really, that's... Have you met my dad? Really? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, what's the craziest thing you've seen? That's probably a bad choice of words. I'm sorry. It's insensitive. But again, I have a microphone, so I can do what I want. HIPAA? You don't have to tell me their fucking name, Meg. Just... There you go, right? Right? It's good. Hey, Kevin, it's my fucking show. Shut the fuck up.
If you haven't failed, then you're nowhere near where you need to be. The more you're failing, the better you're getting.
Well, you two are not going to believe this, but I actually wrote a song for you two. Are you guys okay if I do another song? Good. That works out really good because I like to do weird stuff. All right, so I want to do another song, and this is the last song. This is the last. Happened to be a guitar here. I mean, all right. So I've totally written this complete song for you that I didn't just make up right now on the spot, and it's never been performed before. And with any luck, no one will ever fucking hear it again. Well, actually, we are filming this, so it will live forever. So this is a song called Crazy Law. Also, I play piano and guitar. How fucking cool is that, really? I mean, come on. And for my wrestling fans, that's what we call a cheap pop. everybody, my name's Kevin. I wanna tell you about a girl, she takes me to heaven. Her name is Meg, and I know that she's the guy in the relationship. Yeah, I am a litigator. And when Meg gets home, I'll catch her masturbator. But I am due in court. Can't think of anything funny that rhymes with court. Then Meg, she deals with the crazy psycho people. But they got married 2 weeks ago in a beautiful steeple. Shut the hell up, lady in the back, 'cause I'm playing a fucking song. I'm just kidding, but let me take a hit from your bong. 'Cause it's crazy law. Oh, it's crazy law, 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 law. Pretty soon Kevin and Meg will have a baby. And if they need help, all they have to do is ask me maybe. I don't need to give you any pointers, you look like you know what to do. But if he doesn't do enough, you can hang out with these two. 'Cause they're fucking winners. Oh, they're not late for dinner. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Kevin, I know that love seems hollow, but maybe tonight after the show, Meg will finally read your briefs. She'll read your briefs. And if you're really lucky, she'll read them underneath the sheets. If you get on, in this state it is legal. But if you don't have a baby, you can always adopt a beagle. Oh, Meg and Kevin, it's plain for you to see. I promise you after tonight, when you have sex, you'll both be thinking of me. 'Cause it's crazy law. Everybody sing along, it's crazy law. Yeah, one more time, everybody sing, it's crazy law. Oh. I'm David Vox Mullen. Thank you for coming out tonight. Have a great night, everybody!
Searching for a rhyme, but it finds me on its own. Try to reach for you, then still returns to blue. And I find I'm all alone. Love can't reach me. I'm longing to be set free. Now you look like the dream of your wife.
last words you would like to give for the end of the documentary?
Should we tell them that I bought a bunch of chocolate before we shot this?
No, that's okay.
Okay. It's for my family. It's not for me. I'm bringing candy home this time.